Our platform is really about using artificial intelligence and machine learning to really enable hunters to make the best use of their time and be more efficient. It's key to knowing what's in front of your camera and when it's in front of your camera without having to really sift through thousands and thousands of pictures. I can set the Hunt Pro system up, and if I want to know if there's a buck in front of my camera, I only know when a buck, or if I'm hunting hogs, I know when they're in front of my traps. So I'm Jonathan Samples with Hunt Pro. It allows me to really focus on other things in life as well as being very efficient in my hunting. The key to artificial intelligence is really the vast amount of data we have. We have close to 10,000 cameras in the field. They're all feeding back real-time pictures to our system, and we take those pictures and feed them into our training system. So the Hunt Pro artificial intelligence system really feeds all these pictures into basically a learning system, and that learning system picks up key features on the deer, or whatever the target animal is. So it's looking at things as stance of the deer, what's the color, what's the curves of the neck, head, body, what does the nose look like, legs. So it's looking at all the key things that we as humans naturally kind of pick up on to identify that this is a deer, or this is a turkey, or this is a cow even. And it learns and starts weighting those features. So it knows for a deer, hey, if there's 4 legs, that's a pretty high indicator that it may be a deer. But then it starts looking at the color and puts a percentage of weight on that. We run millions of pictures through the system and train it to really figure out what are the best features to detect the target animals. We then plug those features into our neural network, which then runs a prediction on what animal do we think this object is, what objects are in the picture, and then what's the percentage or what's the confidence level that we have the target animal we're looking for. We run that through, and we actually lay on top of that a human training system. So we have a human who can look at that and then look at any predictions, make corrections. The system automatically flags things that it's on the fence of. It's 50-50 chance that maybe it's a deer. So the system will go back and say, let's send this to a human to have them score it and make sure we're correct. That's then sent through a feedback loop to train the system again to say, no, on these edge cases, here's what these animals are. So it's a mixture of artificial intelligence, human training, kind of the best of both worlds. And what this really drives for us is the ability to be able to send intelligent alerts. So if we're looking for a certain animal, we can deliver those alerts to the end user. If it's a type of animal, gender of the animal, long term we're looking at the score of the animals, the age of the animal, whether it's healthy or whether it has diseases, and we want to empower every user to be able to set those alerts up that fits their need, their situation. Maybe it's not even in the hunting field. Maybe it's I want to know on one property if there's a buck in the picture, but on another property, I want to know if there's an ATV or a person. I'm more concerned about securing my property or my building. And so it's very customizable per user and per situation. One of the keys to really training the system well is making sure that you run through real-world scenarios. It's very easy to train a system on high-resolution images that you can go download from any search engine. But in the real world, most of these pictures that are being transmitted from cameras or SD cards, a lot of times they're low resolution. You'll see in some of these they're very foggy, they're nighttime, they're either low light or near complete darkness. And then you'll get a lot of partials. You'll get a portion of a deer's head or a portion of a deer's back leg, and you've got to be able to work with those partial pictures as well as small pictures in the distant background. You got to be able to pick up a deer that's very small, very much in the background. And so we train in a multitude of environments to really make the system intelligent enough to pick up near almost no light, as well as going all the way up to full-time daytime photos.